Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to show you how to make a sweet noodles with chicken and broccoli. So let's get cooking. But let me just take all my stuff to the kitchen. Once we've got everything in place, we can start cooking. It might look like that somebody is lying in the bed, but in reality, nobody's there. Bringing all my stuff to the kitchen is actually the most time-consuming thing I have to do. And also, because I'm quite dumb, I have to go to my room and then back to the kitchen or to my locker for like 10 times. So this makes the cooking even worse. But at the end of the day, I'll end up with something good to eat, and that's always nice. Okay, so now we will move on to recipe. Okay, so we'll start with soaking the noodles in a warm water. Since I ain't got no warm water, I will just put cold water on top, and then I will put it on a stove and heat it up. I will also heat up the pan on medium heat. Okay, so we will start with 2 shallots, which we are going to chop finely. Just like this. Also, my knife skills are not the greatest, but they will do. So, once we have this, we can proceed onto the broccoli. I am not going to need the entire broccoli, so I'm just going to trim the half of the broccoli, and then the other half is going to be used for something else. And by the way, the water is warm enough now, so I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm going to pour some olive oil into the pan. I'm not really interested in eating big pieces of broccoli, so I'm going to cut it in smaller pieces. Just like that. Great. Now we can add it into a pan and we can start frying. And mix it nicely. Okay, now I move on to the garlic, and for this recipe we are going to use 3 cloves of garlic, but it's entirely up to you how many cloves of garlic you're going to use. But remember, crush it before peeling, because it makes it easier to peel. And then we are going to slice it thin, and we are not going to add the garlic just yet. Okay, we've got 2 options for this recipe. We can either use chicken or prawns. Well, prawns are better, but because I ain't got enough money to buy prawns right now, I'm using chicken. And as you might have noticed, we need to slice the chicken into noodles, so it will look like this. And now let's toss the chicken and the garlic into the pan. And mix it. And mix it with love. The chicken actually died for you, so that's a true love. Next, add some salt, and that's entirely up to you. And don't forget a bit of pepper. And for the next step, we need to make a sauce. For this, we are going to be using 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, followed by 2 tablespoons of sweet plum sauce. If you can't find this, you can still use 2 tablespoons of sugar. It works just fine, but I think the plum sauce is better. Add some water, cold water of course, and about a teaspoon of cornstarch. Okay, so the noodles shouldn't be entirely soft, because they should be still quite hard, because we will finish them later on while we are cooking them in the pan. And also don't forget to add your sriracha into the mix. And let's mix the sauce. So once we've got that, we can add our peanut butter with chunks of peanuts into our mix. And you can also, if you ain't got no peanut butter, you can use just the regular peanuts that are crushed into little pieces. Okay, so last but not least is the spring onion. We are going to cut it into quite nice chunks, as you can see here, and toss it into a pan. Okay, now I will be adding the noodles. And the sauce. And obviously we need to mix it. And it should look like this. Beautiful. And we'll continue the cooking process until the water from the sauce evaporates and also the noodles will get soft. Well, congratulations! You just made yourself a nice dinner. And also your neighbors are going to be jealous at you, so watch out for your food. Just let me bring it to my room and enjoy it.
Nice.